Open Forum has been doing quite a bit to see how we can add value to the development of not just Akwaibom State, where we operate from, but Nigeria at large. And when you know the importance and the strategic positioning of Akwaibom State in the Committee of States in the country, you will get to agree with me that we must not allow issues, conflicts, misunderstandings, lack of sometimes institutional knowledge and capacity of certain persons to affect who we are. It is on this note that we've done quite a great deal of advocacies, interviews, dialogues, town hall meetings, and research on various aspects of our lives as Akwaibom people. And as we speak, there are certain conflicts that are degenerating, and if nothing is done as soon as possible, we may end up with the same mantra or slogan or saying, oh, how did we get here? I'm talking about the conflict in the Stops Creek over 100 years, and the issue is getting a new life of its own in 2026. I'm also talking about a project that was initiated by the Ibom administration. It was originally called the Ibaka Deep Sea Ports. But some factors, primarily the second due diligence report by the consultants, had the venue changed. It led to a name change, and that was used as excuse for the initial investors or the investors from pulling out. And as we speak, the administration of His Excellency Dr. Umar Baseno has tried to revive that very project, and a number of investors have indicated interest, and one of them was here on our show, Open Forum with Citizen MKO, where they expressed the willingness of its consortium to invest as much as $8 billion in the Ibom or Ibaka Deep Sea Port, whatever the name, based on the right location, and even the science park. That's an issue for another day. But as we speak, the contending forces has gone beyond the issue of due diligence reports or the right location or the name. It now appears like a matter of ethnic war between the Bibios and the Oro people. We not forget that there's some policy somersault that may not augur well for the development of the state, which successive leaders, particularly His Excellency Obong Victor Atta, had laid a foundation that can never be ignored. And the challenge has been made worse with politically exposed persons taking sides, some being misinformed to make pronouncements that will be difficult for them to wriggle themselves out, except some of them will be courageous enough to withdraw their statements to be able to organize a round table. But governance and government is about people, not individuals, not even those that have been selected as servant leaders. It is because of this and the fact that some traditional rulers, highly placed, socio-cultural organizations, community leaders have taken sides. And what's the way forward? The way forward is our advocacy that we have done for quite some time now, having to do with the establishment of what we call the Akwaibom State Council of State, otherwise called the Akwaibom Council of State. It's just a very simple replica of the National Council of State, where the former president, Chief Justice of the Federation, are members. But we are trying to domicile it in Akwaibom State. We raised this publicly and even made our proposal available to the administration of former Governor Udom Emmanuel, along with other initiatives, but it was never done. And because we know the importance of gathering institutional knowledge from these leaders, some of them are so selfless and they have given so much and they are still with us, and they can do more. We've seen former governors writing open letters because they hardly have access to a sitting governor. And in Akwaibom State now, we have the mantra that His Excellency calls Akwaibom United, though it is largely political because of his political leaning, with having left the PDP to APC, and that slogan is being used. That's not the topic for today. But to really give it a life, to make it meaningful, to make it impactful and resultful, Open Forum is advocating for the establishment of the Akwaibom Council of State, so that the former governors, former chief justices, chief judge of the state, and possibly former speakers of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly can have a forum to serve as an advisory body to any sitting governor. And in doing that, it becomes imperative that a law to establish the Akwaibom Council of State should be sent to the State House of Assembly for enactment. And I must not forget that another class of highly exposed and well-informed leaders to be part of that very council. We strongly recommend that all former military administrators of Akwa Ibom State origin who served in other states in the country, they are equivalent of governors that were elected within the state. They should be made part of the Akwa Ibom Council of State. Their role is to be advisory. The governor could assign any particular issue for them to advise, make strong recommendations, devoid of partisan considerations. And in the same breath, because we have discovered that Akwa Ibom State, with various tribes who some were originally part of the Bibio Union, but that is not the issue of this podcast. But we have noticed that the Akwa Ibom people do not have a common socio-cultural, political platform in the similitude of the Ohaneze Ndigbo, Afenifere, and Arewa in the northern part of the country. So, Open Forum is advocating as well for the establishment of Ibom People's Assembly to be made up of every person in the state, irrespective of whether a Bibio, Anang, Oron, Obolo. That will help the Akwa Ibom people to have a voice, as long as it has to do with issues that involves the people, that is non-partisan. We are very much aware that virtually every strata of human endeavor has been politicized. That has not added value. It will not add value. It will only grow worse. So these bodies will be non-partisan and will be a voice. It does not also foreclose that there is the Akwa Ibom Elders Council. That Elders Council should still continue, but over time there should be harmonization so that we do not have too many layers of groups that want to speak or resolve issues for Akwa Ibom people. So this is one of our offer, and because, like you know, that this is Open Forum, We're about people, issues, ideas, and solutions. And wherever this flag is flown, we take care of our own. See you in our next edition. Like, comment. We are building a global community of the bright and the brave for a better society. Thank you.